What's up, everybody, and welcome to Unbranded Christianity. We are back for chapter 4 of our God and Money series. This episode is called Fill the Seats. We're going to unpack what that means and what we're talking about. Stay tuned. Chapter 4 of God and Money, we are talking about filling the seats, to fill the seats. This thought process and idea came from an encounter I had with God in 2019. It was during the summer. At the time, I was driving a Ford Explorer Sport. It was black on black, black tinted windows, black leather, black paint. And I thought that thing was awesome. It was fast for an SUV and powerful. And I bought it thinking that I would use it a lot for family activity, or that it would be a good family vehicle for my wife and my daughter and I. Whenever her vehicle would go down or needed to get repairs, I thought that we would use it a lot for our family needs. I enjoyed it mostly. The things I didn't like were it was a chronic mechanical issue that kept surfacing at the most inopportune times. And second to that, poor gas mileage. Other than that, it was a good vehicle with lots of good features. And I am not trying to sell you on a Ford Explorer, but rather I'm just trying to set the picture for when I felt like God said this. So there was during the summer driving an all black vehicle, and I remember I was loading up some open house signs for an open house I was doing that weekend, and I shut the lift gate and I was getting in the car, and as I was pulling out of the parking lot, I remember looking in the rearview mirror and seeing the fact that I had 2 rows of seats behind me. This vehicle is a 7-seater, so I'm the only person in a 7-seater SUV. And I remember thinking, wow, that's a lot of empty seats. And very, very clearly, I heard the Lord say to me, not all abundance is my goodness. So when you hear something like that, it kind of makes you take direct inventory of the situation. I didn't feel, let me be very clear, I did not feel any shame or guilt or condemnation because I felt like even buying that Explorer, there was a dialogue with the Lord, and I felt like it was okay to do so. And so I'm sitting there, and I was hit hard by that thought of not all abundance is God's goodness. And it really, more so that not my goodness, not all abundance is my goodness. So I was sitting there. I was just so sometimes when the Lord speaks, actually most of the time when the Lord speaks, you just kind of sit there. You just stay put for a minute and you listen. And you let God unpack what He has said to you. You take the time and you just let Him unpack what has been said. Sometimes you can ask questions. Sometimes you just feel your way through things. You don't necessarily speak or think in terms of words, but rather feelings or emotions, and you kind of wade through it that way. But in this moment, I was just reflecting like, wow, okay, not all abundance is God's goodness. And again, no shame, no guilt for the fact that I was there with that car with so many seats. But what happened was he began to expand on it. He said, not all abundance is my goodness, but abundance can become my goodness when it is used to meet another's needs. Not all abundance is my goodness, but abundance can become my goodness when it is used to meet another's needs. So very quickly, when we have abundance and we take that and use it to meet another's needs, it goes from being a generic abundance and it becomes a very specific, source of God's goodness for the one who is in need. So what does this have to do with a black Ford Explorer? Very simply, fill the seats. Fill the seats. When you find yourself with an abundance of seats, give and fill those seats with those who have no seats. Think about that for a second. When you find yourself with an abundance of seats, fill those seats with those who have no seats. It's very straightforward, very simple, not much to unpack here. So when you find yourself in an abundance of money, use your money to bless and help and meet the needs of those that don't have money. Fill the seats. And in doing so, in the process of filling your abundant seats with people who have no seats, I'm just belaboring this, I know. In the process of doing that, when you take what you have and you give to those who have not, your abundance is transformed into the goodness of God for others. That's it. There you go. When you have seats that are empty, fill them with those who have a need of a seat. And in doing so, your abundance becomes the goodness of God for others. That's it. This is Unbranded Christianity. This is chapter 4 of God and Money, which is we are calling Fill the Seats. I hope this is challenging. I hope this is encouraging. I hope this gives clarity on what to do when you find yourself with an abundance. Blessings. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Unbranded Christianity.